I'm cautiously optimistic about what lies ahead for us with our relations with the US. Biden and Harris, like Chelsea said, seem to be very progressive, but it is too early to tell. But the progressiveness is what we're looking for in the region. It spells the potential for not just Guyana, but for the entirety of CARICOM to put something together in terms of their push for climate change, in terms of the push for a better regional response to health and education and security. So I'm very hopeful, again, cautiously optimistic in seeing what lies ahead for us, but it looks to be a brighter future.
Biden, well, I can recall when he was vice president, I believe it was in 2015, he was speaking about energy security in the Caribbean. So that's a topic I'm really excited about. He spoke about the U.S. Virgin Islands. They would have integrated renewable energy with propane. They were able to reduce energy costs by 30%. St. Lucia with their geothermal energy. He also spoke about Jamaica, the former OPIC. Well, it's now the DFC. They would have disbursed, I believe it was 90 million US dollars to Jamaica for their renewable energy. So Guyana, we're trying to do our the hydropower. I still believe that'll be a point of discussion going forward. But in terms of greater cooperation on climate change, the promotion of renewable energy, I believe it's something that Guyana can look forward to, the Caribbean can look forward to, and it's exciting things to come.
And it's quite too early to say what exactly will happen, but we know in the area of trade and businesses that they will continue to push, and with them pushing, that means more investments for Guyana. The economy would be able to grow, but the question that you would have to ask yourself, no one will invest without expecting returns. So we need, in negotiations, when our ministers are negotiating, they would need to negotiate, for, let's say, for better pay for Guyana so that Guyana don't become a slave camp, or we don't fall into the money trap, as we've been hearing with China and other countries. So I would say that trade and economies, it will boom, but from the government point of view, they need to put systems in place to ensure that Guyanese do not become second-class citizens in their own countries.
We know Harris as a colored woman, Jamaican and Indian, and it brings a lot of, what can I say, consolation for many of those that live in over there, the Guyanese that are living in the U.S. They see, I would, while researching, and even when the results were in for elections, many rejoiced because that was history made there. And for many are being persecuted for their race, their color of their skin, and that is a big issue in our world today, even in the U.S. Over there, we see people being discriminated for that. So we can look forward. I personally, as each new government, we all should have faith.